Morning. Welcome to the new moon in Virgo. It's around 8:51 a.m. of the transit time on Monday, 6th of September, 2021. Well, here we are. Another cycle, another opportunity to start fresh, another clean slate for us to move through and tune into. So thank you for being here. And I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. That's available to you. Lean back, resting your back against something if you can. Loosening your belly. Let's call in the highest and best for all of us to join us on this journey of expression. The journey of expression and truth and service. Virgo can have an analytical element to it. And this month, as we also have a grand trine connection between 3 different planets, we love a lot of energy coming from Libra and Venus, relationships. And I think what's coming through for me is this curiousness around relationships and being present to sort of look at the details of the relationship, yet and using the skills of the analyzation to observe and maybe to yield to this information that's coming through in the in the process of analyzing what we see in the relationships. And I want to invite you to really look at the relationship with yourself as part of this. So this with ourselves, with our spirit, our connection with our higher power, relationship with family, relationship with partners, business, pleasure, intimate, all of those, and use that energy from Virgo to sort of observe and analyze, but staying in the high vibration. For those of you that know me, you may have heard me speak before. My name is Toni, by the way. Hi, how are you? 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 How are you feeling? Sometimes I jump straight in. How are you? How are you? Each star sign has a mantra, And, this is something I learned a long time ago. And Virgo is I analyze. Libra is I balance. Pisces is I believe. And, the reason I'm laughing for myself is that each of these star signs, these mantras, there's a high and low vibration for them. And I'll use Pisces, for example. On one level, at a low vibration, it could be delusion, believing in something that isn't true, believing in something that you want to believe in, but it isn't, the facts don't support it, or maybe it's delusional in some shape or form. And I think we all know what that feels like. And on the high vibration of I believe, there's incredible faith and belief in oneself, in the universe, in the unseen. And as you can imagine, that's quite a spectrum along there. And I myself, being a Pisces, have lived on that spectrum a lot. And I lived in the lower vibration for quite some time. And, I think that was reflective of my own values of myself and many other things. So Virgo is I analyze. So on the low vibration, and by low vibration, I mean, maybe, I don't want to use binary words as not so positive, but it's about sort of where, maybe it doesn't feel good, or maybe we know it's not for the greatest good or highest power. And I think when we analyze something, we can be in our head, we can be going over things, and we can really lose, our sense of reality of the facts, and then how we feel about those things, and then getting caught up into that low sort of, the spectrum of low vibrational behaviors and thoughts that can overanalyze something or react extremely to a sort of set of data that comes from that analyzing. And on the high vibration, there's sort of using that data to be more intuitive, to step towards something that feels more in line, in alignment, and of value, the value that we feel in here. So the invitation is to discover more about yourself, your relationship with yourself, and your other sort of partnerships, and look at those to see where you can use the data that you're observing or analyzing, and find more balance, find more softness and truth, and find a place where you can use that information to deepen those relationships, further those relationships, let them go, maybe. All levels. I think this, the word yield, I've just been in, a couple of weekends ago, shifting gears for a moment, I went to a retreat for 4 or 5 days around horses, and it was about using touch and sort of the energy of the cosmos, in my opinion, to how inviting that into your sort of work with horses, whether it's your own personal horse or others, or play around horses. And the word yield came up a lot. It was really sort of a hot word. And I'm finding that is kind of what's coming through for this too, is of using that data and that information to sort of yield our body and our energy to make changes, to be more truthful, to be more aligned, so that we can be more of service to our relationships, especially the ones with ourselves and our higher power. And I think about some practical examples that come forward for me in something like this. I write every day. For those of you that have been following my journey, I started doing the Artist Way morning pages a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago now. And so each day I write 3 pages. And I prepare that paperwork and the book and the pen and all of those things every day when I finish writing for the next day. And for me, you know, sometimes that's placing it by my bed, sometimes that's having it ready in my space. And for me, that is a way that I can be of service to the relationship with myself, the relationship with the cosmos, the relationship with my writing and my channeling and my service to the world of sharing my stories. And so I prepare that for myself every day so that I don't have to look for that each day. I don't have to find it. I don't have to look for the paper. It's all there. And I think that's a very beautiful, personally, has been a really beautiful trait, you know, to apply something like that. And I see that in other areas of my life. You know, I think there's, ooh, thank you. It's offering a little stretch. Thank you. Let's take a fresh breath in. Taking a breath into that, offering ourselves, being of service to ourselves. So thinking about other areas you can apply that level of service to yourself. Meal preparation, packing your bag. Oh, pardon me. Packing your bag the night before if you're on a trip, preparing yourself, being really sweet to yourself, yielding to what you need in the future and how you might prepare that, or yielding to, feeding yourself. That's a big one for me. Yielding yourself away from something you feel like you might need to be doing and finding, nourishment somewhere else for your body. I'm yielding to what the universe is telling me that is of highest service right now, which is to breathe, to not try and look for the words, to be still and present for you. Let go of anywhere you're hanging on in your belly, stomach muscles, your anus, genitals, anywhere you're hanging on, your eyebrows. Let it all go. Let your shoulders feel another level of release. Your spine, your head, almost as if you would collapse. Breathing some air into your spine. The words that are coming through are looking at each of your relationships, including the ones, as we mentioned, with yourself, with your higher power, and seeing where you can be of service to each of those parties, people, the seen and unseen. Where can you have more faith? Where can you lean in and trust more? Where can you step out? Take your hands off the wheel. Where can you be kinder to yourself? It's all the places of yielding to the data that you find and see. All of the feelings, all of the data from everything that you're observing and analyzing, capturing in your mind, in your spirit, and your heart. Allowing the universe, spirit, source to be of service to you also takes a level of faith, a level of being open to what's around you. Seen and unseen. Finding another release in your belly where you're holding on or gripping, let it go. down through all of your stomach, your bowels, everything. Let it release. Let go of the tension. Behind your nose, your ears, finding a release. Thank you all for showing up for yourself. This is my gift to you when I'm being guided to share how I'm showing up for myself, for you, for others, for the unseen. So I invite you to go deeper. I'm going to sit for a few more minutes here in silence together. Feel free to move your body gently. Finding a lion's breath or a stretch or a yawn. And releasing everything, giving it up to someone else to transmute. Allowing Spirit's service to you to transmute anything that you can't work out, letting the mental mind go. The low vibrational Virgo thoughts and repeating the process of thinking about something over and over. Let it go. Just watch it fall out of your mind now. Watch it float past your eyes and dissipate into the air. Feel your body release and empty. A few more deep breaths together. Let's go together. Play around with taking in air and letting it go, making noise. Nobody's listening, not even me. I guess God's listening, or Source, or Jar, or Buddha. But that's okay. Allow yourself to be seen, even if it's yourself. Let's try another one again. Let's try and find some sound on the exhale. Looking for the vibrations that come from this. Feel the shift in your body. Stay with me. Find a release. Whatever you got. Holding space for whatever releases. Finding a twist in your neck. Gently. You still have your eyes closed. You can breathe with me. Breathe on your own. You can move your hands, stretch. Give your fingers some movement. Mouth, nose. Wake up the meridian points. You might need to look at me to see these ones. Find some stillness. Oh, so much movement. Just feeling my energy move around my body. The release of my breath, the release of holding my belly, the release of my tears, my voice. Being of service to yourself is beautiful. It's very simple too. You might be making yourself a cup of tea. It might mean nourishing yourself with food, sleep, rest. How do you participate in the relationships you have with yourself, with your unseen, with your guides, with your family? Bringing awareness to everything in our lives. It's an exquisite process. Raising our consciousness by becoming aware and observing and being curious and allowing the cosmos to come into the mix. It's a special gift and it's free. Being of service is free. You could smile. You could smile at someone in the street, supermarket. Yourself in the mirror. Let's try that right now. Let's just look each other in the face, in the eyes, and be of service to each other. Reminding you that you are loved, that you are seen, and that you're here. And this gift will continue to live inside of you, will expand inside of you, will expand your psyche, your consciousness. Releasing anything that no longer needs to be inside of you. Dropping your belly. Giving yourself a little smile. Or as my friend says, stretch your arms wide, stretch them out, and then wrap them inside of you and give yourself a hug. Really hug yourself. Really hold yourself. And let it go. Let it go. Enjoy your transit. Enjoy this next few weeks. Tapping into this energy. The moon moves every couple of days into a new sign. So we can observe that and tap into those energies and change our lives. Enhance our lives, deepen our lives, better our lives, release the things that we don't need in our lives through this practice. I love you all, and I'm really grateful for your time, and I thank you for coming along with me today and any of the other days you join me, and in spirit on all the days that I'm doing things or not, and you're in your own world, whether we're together or not. I appreciate you. I love you, and thank you. I'll see you soon. Enjoy your transit. Love you. Bye.